and I have a big leg issue. Okay, but I committed to Zaidi sir, and I've just come back from Germany, and he said I have to come. So मैंने होता ना कि I'm a very instinctive person, so I said done, I'll come. और मुझे पता नहीं था कि ये हाल होने वाला है मेरा. But I made it, so but still my apologies. I sincerely apologize for coming late. I've tried my best to be on time, but my intent is yeah, I'm fine.
So actually they love you a lot, so they don't mind all of this, you know. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, good evening once again, and a very warm welcome to the book launch of Dangerous Minds by Mrs. Hussain Zaidi and Mr. Brijesh Singh. Give them a big hand, guys. Okay, before we proceed, where authors and poets hold court, where children are regaled, where people gravitate to be informed, to be entertained, even enlightened. The name embodies the vision of Crossword as a place and space for people who seek information, knowledge, or just the pleasure of reading. Crossword stocks the widest range of books and non-books merchandise. We now have, and it is my pleasure to invite Miss Millie Aishwarya to say a few words. Give her a big hand, please.
Thank you so much. On behalf of Penguin Random House India, I'd like to welcome you all to the very special book launch of Dangerous Minds by Hussain Zaidi and Brijesh Singh. As you've heard so far, Dangerous Minds is a very special book. And these kind of books, I think, require a lot of hard work, diligence, research, and dedication to writing. So I'd personally like to extend my thanks to Hussain and Brijesh both. You've heard a lot about, all the profiles, now briefly about the book, Basically, it tries to explore the mind of a terrorist, and in this particular case, the minds of homegrown terrorists. How very normal, everyday people like you and me take to the world of crime. What is the tipping point? What are their motivations? Read the book to find out more. I'd like to briefly introduce my authors here today as well. Hussain Zaidi, as you all know already, is India's #1 crime writer. He's also the writer of several best-selling books, like Black Friday, Dowry to Dubai, My Name is Abu Salem, and hopefully Dangerous Minds is going to enter the list very, very soon. I think by any measure, an engineer by training, a cop by profession, he's a writer, also a very good cook. And I can vouch for that because he's cooked dinner for me once. Thai food. So he's a man of many talents, and he's also a Penguin author. He's written a book called Quantum Siege that we've published a few years back. And I'm delighted that you partnered with Hussain on this book. This is also a very special partnership because, what happened in this book is that we had a journalist and a cop write about, different profiles, different people into crime in this book. Hussain from his, objective point of view of a journalist, and Brijesh also objective, but he's also an insider and privy to a lot of details as he is a cop. So thank you to both of you. Thank you so much, Mr. Anil Kapoor, for being here despite your health condition and agreeing to launch.
Please, my health is fine, yaar. Itna zyada mat bolo.
Well, I hope so, and I hope
I was fine.
As always.
It took me 2 hours to reach here. Usme thoda gadbad ho gaya. Only the journey is Caves Corner, it took me 1 hour.
But thank you so much. Indeed, it's a pleasure, sir, that you made it here and agreed to launch the book. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys.
It's a pleasure and honor to be here. After a long time, I come to this part of the city, so it's because I usually used to come with my girlfriend over here, who's my wife now, so to this Chinese corner, Camps Corner, and I used to come here also. It's good to be back here.
Wonderful. May I ask Mr. Kapoor to please help us in launching the book finally. So if I could ask Miss Aishwarya to join them on stage. We would have the unveiling of the book right now.
Stand.
We would have the still photography first, and then we'll go to the video cameras. Okay?
Stand. स्टिल बैठ जाओ यार स्टिल अरे कितना छापेंगे यार
Okay, may I ask the photographers to please take a seat while we have the video cameras rolling. If I could just ask her to stay for 2 more minutes, please.
थैंक यू सर
Thank you. To move forward, if I may please request Mrs. Zaidi to take this evening forward a conversation with our guest as well.
I think we had a lot of discussion. The guys must be very bored and tired now. So, और क्यों बात कराना चाह रहे हैं हम? Yeah. I think I would ask Kapoor Saab to say a few words, and you have all been waiting for him. Please, sir.
With you all around, nobody's going to wait for me because of course, I haven't read the book, but I know about Zaidi Saab a lot, and I've been a huge admirer of his work and the kind of hard work and the kind of research he puts in. I've done a film also which was based on one of his books called Shura Badala. That's the time I came to know him and met him personally and interacted with him. A lot of other things we are talking about for the future, not only for doing it over here, but doing something internationally, which hopefully, fingers crossed, if it works out, will be great. And of course, who's not interested in dangerous minds? We all are interested in minds, and it's all about the mind. Life is all about mind, and it's intriguing. It's always, for me, it's always been intriguing as an actor. To get into the psyche of a mind, and how a normal-looking person suddenly can be so dark and so dangerous, and then suddenly the next moment leading a very normal life. So I want to get into that mind. I want to understand. I want to perform those characters. I want to read about them. It can be. It's very, very intriguing, disturbing, exciting. All these emotions you go through once you get into these kind of minds, and it looks great. It looks fantastic. I wish Zaidi Saab all the best, and Brijesh, I met you for the first time. Congratulations, and it's great to be here in this kind of an ambience, this kind of an atmosphere with so many people around over here. Thank you. It's an honor to be here. An honor today. I've got the honor to releasing this book with Zaidi Saab and Brijesh Saab, and being in front of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for those kind words, Mr. Kapoor. We would now have Mr. Harshal Shah to give our guests of honor a token of appreciation on behalf of Crossword. May I invite Mr. Harshal Shah? Is he around? May I have a big round of applause for them? You all can be seated now.
Thank you so much. What is it? I got another gift? I'm getting another gift.
अरे यार ये कौन आदमी है बैठा नहीं इसको
Oh, my book. Okay. Oh, thank you. 10 years old. She was collecting she was exposing my age. She says, I'm collecting your books since I was 10 years old. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. I'll come and see you after this book launch, and we'll sit and discuss. But today it is all about dangerous minds, not about me. So I
Thank
promise
you. We can do that later.
I promise. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you.
You can have a
Very
seat.
sweet of you. Thank you.
Okay, very quick. We're going to, I know that we did this before, we had question and answers before, but if you want to throw anything at them last time, Here's your chance. Questions? Anyone?
What I want to know is that, so you've discussed about dangerous minds in this book, and you must have learned a lot about them. And sometimes through life, even the worst of people, sometimes you can have certain sympathetic views about them, or there can be a certain reasoning or where they come from, etc. So have you ever had a moment wherein you thought that this person's story, I mean, even though the terrible thing that this person has done, have you ever sympathized, or how do you deal with that, if you do? Both of you.
If you actually read these stories, they are also victims. They are victims of a whole system of manipulation. Of people sitting across the border, creating mechanisms